Hi, I'm so excited today. So, as you can see, we have a stream sponsored by Anastasia Beverly Hills and celebrating the Norvina palette and my palette. And because I am an awkward sweat and I don't know what I'm doing, I got actual people that know what they're doing to come and support instead. I was gonna take shots in the background whilst they were doing makeup, but apparently you're not allowed to do that. So here we are. So yeah, questions. So many questions people have. Do I have answers? No. We're gonna see what happens. I was gonna show you an example of a look that I was gonna be doing today, but I don't know how my face is gonna turn out. So you lot are gonna get what you get. Oh, also, I tried to make this look really cute in the background. I'm giving you like secrets here, like, oh, is this a fancy thing? No, it's a pink rug I put there to make it look like glamorous. Anyway, look at this palette. This is what I'm gonna be doing with my face, and you can win one of these. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to get everyone else to introduce themselves, so you know who we're going to be terrorizing today. So we will start with Quinn.
Okay. All right. Hey. Hello. My name is Quinn. My pronouns are they, them. You can call me Control Quinn or Quinn. I'm very excited to create some cyberpunk computer hacker looks today. That's my vibe. That's just how I'm feeling. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, ABH.
Hi, I'm Lucille. I know you can't recognize me because I don't have my natural makeup on, but I'm super excited to be here. I put on a little makeup to cover my natural face, just right now, because usually I've got purple and everything on. That's natural. But today I just wanted to tone it back, but I'm super excited. Yeah. You can find me at twitch.tv/LucilleXOXO, and my pronouns are she, her, in drag, they, them, out of drag, and for all intents and purposes, we just pretend I'm always in a full-length gown, so you can use either one for me.
Hey, I'm Betty Nix. I really don't know. I'm so bad at introducing myself, but I'm just going to say that I'm excited to be here, and I'm very excited for this opportunity and to be doing a face full of Anastasia.
Hi, my name's mcross07. Everyone here calls me Mel in general. I do makeup and body art on Twitch. That's literally just me. So I'm really excited to be here, and massive thank you to Anastasia Beverly Hills today for inviting us and doing this and having us as guests, because it's so exciting, and I'm so excited to bring some looks today. So thank you so much for giving us this absolutely amazing opportunity.
I don't know what happened to my look. I wanted to go for like a BDSM kind of futuristic. I kind of went like unicorn Britney Spears, and I don't know how that happened. I think I don't. Here we are. But we're just gonna be doing looks on going through some of the questions that you'll send to us, and yeah, just playing around in makeup. When we put this out, we were saying let's play in makeup. I think makeup is for everyone. No one shouldn't be allowed to play in makeup, and no one shouldn't be allowed to represent a brand. And I hope that everyone here is basically people that I admire, and that's why I'm just here, so that the attention can be on them whilst I try to not make my eyebrows go to my cheek. And here we are. So we've got like a Google form which I'll drop inside the chat. If you want to send any questions to anyone that's here, please do. Nothing about their dating, please. Unless you're trying to slide in the DM. No, nothing about their dating. And
unless they're trying to slide money into our DMs.
Exactly.
I'll answer anything for $1. I'll answer anything for $1.
We shall begin. It's not the Hunger Games. I don't know why we're like, right, start. Yeah, we're just doing this. So
I started the stream with half of my cheek with foundation on it, so yeah.
Okay. I kind of did nothing because I was like sweating, and I was like, so and I opened the box. So basically, I wanted to do a full face of like Anastasia and like Norvina. So I opened the box today, and there was like loads of good stuff in there. There was 2 foundations. Did you get foundations as well?
I got a
Yeah,
foundation.
I got a foundation.
Yeah.
2 foundations.
So I wasn't too sure about like color, so I used like this page like foundation, and then they sent over 2, and both the colors match. So I was like, okay, that works.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do brows first. Also, I'm definitely talking because I can't find my wine. So yeah, you can tell me to shut up.
I was actually really
Whilst
impressed
I
by
do
the
this.
website, the foundation website. I've never seen it before, but it was actually really, really helpful. I always find a foundation, because I've got a little bit of an olive undertone, and so finding a foundation to match is usually quite difficult because it usually comes out quite warm, and I look like an orange by mistake. So I thought it was really, really helpful, and so I sent across the information from that foundation website, and then they basically matched my skin tone perfectly.
So I see everyone's doing things in like a really, like in a really good way, like in an organized way, and I can't use my nails to open the palette, so I'm just here like struggling in the background. Okay, we got the first question that I can see on this list is, what techniques would you recommend for someone with hooded eyelids? And that goes for everyone.
Oh, I know a little bit about this.
Okay.
The trick is that I have found for doing, like, if you have hooded eyes, is to, when you're doing your makeup, instead of like closing your eyes and doing your makeup like this, keep your eyes open and see where it naturally falls and kind of do it like that. Because everything, if you have hooded eyes, your lid is kind of going to go back into your head and it's going to hide all of that. So a lot of, like, unfortunately, a lot of makeup tutorials, like, aren't designed for hooded eyes, and so you're going to do all this gorgeous stuff and then you open your eyes and it kind of goes back. I have like sort of semi-hooded eyes. A lot of my eyeliner and stuff will tend to like fold back into my head, so if you're doing really dramatic like eyeliner or something too, another trick people do is do like a liquid liner and then open your eyes and see where it hits right there and where it leaves the little leftover, and then you kind of connect there. So you kind of have to like, you kind of have to smoke it up, but that's what I do like with my eyeliner is I'll do my eyeliner with like wet liquid liner and then open my eyes and then close it again, and you can see it makes like a little stamp right where my eyeliner is going to go to when my eyes are open. I don't know. That's my trick for it.
That's really good advice. Because like, is it possible to get combination? Like a mix of hooded and not, if that makes sense?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I like. I don't have overly hooded, but right here on my lid, everywhere there just fully disappears back into my face when I do this.
Okay.
When I have my eyes open. And so I was having a lot of issue with like doing eyeliner, and then I'd open my eyes and it would be like cut off and then continue.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's like one trick to like kind of accentuate it. And then like you kind of have to do like, you do have to do a lot more like eyeshadow on, I think, than you think you might at first. Because it kind of is just like gonna disappear a little bit, but then you kind of can blend it up. I don't have like a super great like tip. There's not like a like one trick per se, but like sort of you just have to think about it like doing your makeup with your eyes open, looking straight ahead and capturing it like that, versus like closing your eyelid and trying to do your makeup.
Because I often get asked that question a lot on my channel, and I never know what to say because I don't have the experience myself, and I'm only self-taught, and so I've always wondered it myself, like what the best ways to do, because I agree, like a lot of tutorials online, they don't focus on hooded eyes. They focus on a lot of people who have a lot of eyebrow space as well. And I always think, well, there's so many other like different eye shapes, and I think the problem is that unfortunately people follow these tutorials and then they just think that they can't do makeup. It's not the fact that you can't do makeup, it's the fact that you're watching a tutorial which is for a face shape completely different to your own. And the same goes for contour. Like, as soon as Kim Kardashian released her contour picture like all those years ago, everyone copied her, and it was like, no, this isn't like that works for her face, but what you're understanding is you doing that isn't going to give you Kim Kardashian's face. That's not what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which seemed to be what a lot of people thought. And I think there's this kind of, it seems to be as if like, oh, one trick will work for everyone with makeup, and that's completely not the case. So I think that's a really, really good tip, because I've always wondered, and I find it hard to find a lot of like information about it.
This is the same thing that I think happens with drag makeup a lot when people are starting drag, is there's often like the expectation that like I'm gonna follow a specific tutorial from like a drag artist that I like, and then it's gonna look perfect. But it like everybody's face is different and everybody's eye is different, and so when you're doing drag makeup, like it's not gonna be the same for everybody, and so you kind of have to like figure out how it works and what it's trying to do. Like, what's the goal of doing like a cut crease? You know, like what are you enhancing with that? And then like try and replicate what it's trying to do, but not specifically exactly where it falls each time.
Yeah, and I think a really good like smaller example of not their whole face is when people show you how to do nose contour. But nose contour is going to depend on your nose, because people have different noses. And like, what's the goal? What do you want? And I think that's another thing which a lot of people say, like, well, this is how you do nose contour, but like, well, that works for you and people who look like you. But it don't work for me.
As a member of the Hooded Eye Committee, I want to say hooded eyes, and I never like knew it was called that until I got access to the internet and started practicing with makeup and stuff. But something I do is always just kind of like pull my eye back, and like Lucille said, like I look at it, I will take selfies of me with my eyes closed and open, and I'm like, okay, this is what it's gonna look like with my eyes closed, this is what it looks open. And I always like pull it back and put more on my nose, right in those creases. But I hope that makes sense.
Yeah,
I have hooded eyes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's hard.
I just use the eyebrow.
Okay, also,
just a second ago. Oh god, it's so good.
I was so excited to get this brow stuff too, because I have been shaving my brows for drag, but now that like I'm starting to like venture back out places, I have to like do a lot of eyebrow faking, because again, I look like a potato if I don't have brows on, and like I'm trying not to look like a potato.
A potato.
I don't know, like especially with like the mask on, and then all you can just see is like I mean, what I look like is I look like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family, but. I mean, I do. It's okay. I do, and it's okay, and I'm proud of it. But especially when I've like washed off my drag makeup, and then there's like the very heavy eyeliner the next day that's kind of like under my eyes still, and then I like wake up and I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry to my roommate, like for having to see me like stumble out of my room, like looking like that. But I've been like the like brow stuff I'm like so excited about, because I was like, thank God, like. Anastasia Beverly Hills is saving my neighborhood from heart attacks, so thank you for that. The heart attack rate halved since I got these.
So like I put on a powder, I'm saying powder, I'm using the wrong terms, but I colored my eyebrows with eyeshadow purple, and now I'm using the freeze gel, or the brow freeze that Prof was talking about, to just kind of like brush it up with this like little comb thingy to make sure it like looks natural. Like I literally grew some purple eyebrows.
They look amazing.
In the future, we grow purple eyebrows.
Like Lucille's makeup.
Yeah, all natural. I'm actually right now, I'm not putting on any makeup. I'm actually just wiping away the makeup I put on earlier and revealing my
Exactly. This is a reveal.
They sent you some really solid makeup wipes, eh?
Yes. Yeah, really. They just sent me a box of makeup wipes. I honestly, though, I'm like pumped about this, and this is fully not like, you know, sponsored stream gonna talk about this, but literally, like, when I tell you I am like hardcore, like these Norvina palettes are like my everything, because like I've like shown up to a gig and not had my makeup with me, and I've done an entire face with like a Norvina palette, so I'm like pumped about it. I'm like, these are awesome too. These were literally
which
two when I'm
Norvina
like,
palette was that?
I used volume 1, like this was years ago, but volume 1 was a super one, but this one is like, I'm like pumped about this one too because it has like all these like the like A4 and A5 are like really good contour shades, honestly. So if you want to like deepen a contour or do like nose contour and stuff like that, I'm like, those are stunning. I'm like, I literally, again, this one is like E2, I could do my lips with it. I'm like, this is fully like full face, full face.
Oh,
The only palette you
do
need.
your lips with eyeshadow?
I sometimes do, yeah. You
Oh,
can
I
in a
love that.
pinch. I use setting spray sometimes and like spray it into like just like into a little like bottle cap or something, and then I can mix eyeshadow with it, and then you can draw on your lips. Or if you put on lipstick, sometimes I set it with some shadow in the center.
I want you to do one, like a different color, just for the thing of like, hey, I'm gonna steal your soul, but like one side, you know, not.
Oh, you going for succubus?
Yeah, exactliness.
Exactulus?
Actual please buy. What is the best part about doing makeup in front of an audience online? Interesting question.
Getting red for filth constantly. The questions of, did you mean to do that? Like, no, chat, I didn't mean to do that. That was a terrible mistake.
I think for me, it's just sharing my process and then learning that people have different processes. And I think one of the things that I want to do in the future is like have somebody tell me their process and then I try to do it their way.
Oh,
Like
that.
Ooh, like a
do
face
makeup
swap.
streams. Yeah.
Yeah, like as someone who is like just getting into makeup, it's really awesome to see how other people do things and learn from them. And yeah, like I think that's super cool about doing it, and to have these awesome, amazing palettes on the stream is like extra cool.
Yeah, this palette is great, and now I want all of them, every last one of them.
I know, and I need to stop. I need to stop.
And they're like out of stock. I checked my Sephora this morning to see if I can like run and get volume 3, and they're out of stock. So
I'm screaming.
They're just so good. Honestly, look at B3 over C5.
Yeah.
Can you see that color? It's like a dusty lilac almost. Oh my god.
Are you showing it? Like, B3,
can you see it? Yeah, so it's
B3.
So it's B3
C5.
right here.
Oh, yeah.
Over C5.
Oh, you've already gone. Oh my god, that's so cute.
I just feel like, oh my god, I'm with literally like when you told me like they like were like
for myself.
Norvina, this is what we're doing. I was like, this is my everything. Like the amount of hours that I sat there with like my Norvina palettes. So I'm so bummed.
This is the first time I've used their foundation. I want to sex myself.
Excuse me?
I'm just wait. No, really. At Fillington, the way that the toxicity of you and these camera zooms will be discussed afterwards. I'm over it. I really like.
maybe needed to get a close up on you saying you want to sex yourself because of the foundation.
I stand by what I said. Delete that part. Delete the part. Delete the part.
It's a good foundation.
It is. I'm just like, so I've got two colours. So I've got the 530N and the 540W. I'm gonna put the other one, try the 540W on the other side as well, because I don't take my face seriously. I will experiment on this for you guys just to... And also one side of my face, I'm not going to say it's because I sleep with no curtains. And it seems to be like darker than the other side. So I've got one side of my face that's darker than the other and I don't know why. But you know, we gyrate. Oh, it is! That does look good. That purple, Mel. It's so
such a
nice.
nice shade. Like the pigment that's coming through, it's so nice.
Which one is that?
This one I'm using at the moment is B3,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm just blending it into
Oh,
A1,
okay.
and I just feel like it's really smooth.
I look down and then I look up and then everyone's just like, their eyes, like Betty's eyes are killing me. They look so good.
Thank you. I used so far
Love that.
C3
That'd be fun.
and then I put A1 on my lid and now I'm using E2 on top of A1. So I still haven't quite decided how I'm going to make this pop, but I think I'm going to use D2.
It's picking up so well.
Yes, these colors are great.
Nice.
Yeah, the white base is apparently A1 was, I think it was in volume 1 and it was like so good that Norvina wanted to bring it back for the volume
Love to
5
see it.
palette. And I see why.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't even know if I'm supposed to like, but literally like my like Norvina 1, you can see like I have a hit pan on that one because it's just like I've used it so much for everything because it's really hard to get. It's like
It's a hole in it for me. I love it.
there's a hole all the
It's
through,
not like-
all the way through the bottom of the
It's
palette.
not ashy or anything. Like, it's so good.
Yeah,
No,
that's what's
The way that, like,
that's what
makeup-
matters to me.
the way that like makeup is like made, I feel like it can be very tricky to get some of the like whites and lilacs and lighter colors anyways to actually like go on and not be chalky, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is why I'm like
Yeah.
obsessed with it.
Absolutely.
I mean, especially for like drag
Also, to
stuff,
get
too,
one, like,
being able to
smooth.
do, like- Yes.
I think this is good. So I'm happy with the foundation, mainly because of the fact I've got hyperpigmentation on my forehead. I think it's because it's so big, it's caught all of the rays of the sun. Anyway, so having something that can like blend in properly and not make it look like I've got the sign of the cross in the middle really is good for me, and that works really well. I miss a lot of steps though. Like there's a lot of things that I can see you guys doing, but like I definitely
What haven't
miss.
you done?
So like the way that you shape your brows with like say concealer and shape them out, I definitely always forget to do that. I just kind of, but then also the way that the wax like laid it down, I feel like I've gone slightly above what I was drawing my brows to be, but I feel like it looks cleaner the way that you all have done it, like doing the top bit of the brow.
I don't do it.
But I'm a bit like Leroy Jenkins in it. I'm just like, let's just go in. I'll finish my makeup and I'm like, exactly. Mel's like, you're really brave to do your makeup with a white top on. I put foundation on my top.
She was like
I put
pumping the
on
foundation
there.
straight onto her cheek, and I was like, "Are you gonna? Oh, all right. Should we just gonna accept that? All right,
Yeah, that is very risky. You are brave.
Here we are. Here we are.
Did you drop
I told
something on
Belle.
yourself?
Yes, of course. Yes, I did. I dropped. There's a lot of things that I could have dropped, like white eyeshadow, anything that would have blended in. I decided to put a blob of foundation on it. I could wipe it, but we've committed to this path. So.
It's like, it's all about self-expression, and one day if I want to have purple eyelids, and then I'm gonna have purple eyelids because I feel like having purple eyelids that day. And I think it's definitely like a big self-expression thing, and I'm glad that more people are starting to see that. Like, it's a lot more refreshing than people saying like, oh, this is how makeup's supposed to look. It's like, it's not.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, there's
I
no
think
one
yeah,
way.
I think that's what I was gonna say about like why I like doing my makeup on the stream. It's because I always got really intimidated before with people doing things like, oh, I could never do that, oh, like they're so good. And then I just kind of wanted to see people that do struggle things like I do, because it's not realistic sometimes when I was watching like makeup tutorials, and I just felt like I wouldn't be able to do it, so I'd admire the looks, and then when I would finish it, I just looked like I sweated a marathon. So like doing makeup and then being able to talk and just vibe with people whilst you're doing it just feels like quite a nice, intimate, relaxed thing. So yeah, it just feels like you're with.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's an intimate, like, but in a good way.
I think there's something very relaxing about doing your makeup because it's very much me time. That's how I always see it.
Yeah.
Especially like that's what I like to do. And I was actually telling my therapist, especially in the morning, like it's very good self-care because it's something that makes you feel happy, it makes you feel confident, and it's personal time with yourself, and you're doing your own makeup and you enjoy it. So it's really good to, as long as obviously you are enjoying doing your makeup, it's really good to do that in the mornings. Enjoy doing that. And it is classed as like a form of self-care. You're like, hey, I'm going to do my makeup right now, and then I'll be ready to take on the day. Because I look like a bad bitch.
What you planned might not come out how you want to. You should just roll with it, because never have I done a look and it come out the way that I want it to. I'm just like, well, this is what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
And you just have to, I think, embrace that.
That's me when I try to do a look that I see on Instagram, and I'm like, this is its cousin? Maybe a distant cousin? Not
Distant
exact,
relatives.
but...
What are you all's worst makeup decisions? I used to have an eyeliner that used to be my eyeshadow lip liner.
I think everyone has that.
Are you hating me because I just said that I use the entire Norvina palette for my face?
No! I very much
You're like,
had,
I can't imagine using one product all over your face. And I'm like, because I'm sitting here putting the same product everywhere.
I feel like everyone has that one that they want to use for everything.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Growing up with, like, West African cousins straight from Ghana, they were very creative with what they used to do with makeup. So they would get the eyeliner, like a black eyeliner, and to use that as like the lip liner and also actual liner, and then put like Vaseline or whatever to like make it blend or whatever. Mel, I cannot believe that you just did a swoop-de-dee swoop and then your eye was just done like that. I'm sick and tired. I cannot believe that you just did that so easily.
It's so kind.
When I was a kid, I don't know, my parents were like very accepting, but the one thing was like I would steal my mom's makeup, and like it was like nice makeup, and she does not wear a ton of makeup, but she would like buy like expensive makeup, and she'd have like a few things. And I would always do stuff like the tube of lipstick. I'd open it all the way up and like put it on, and then I wouldn't roll it back down, and I'd just like shove the lid back on.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she would always, and she was like, you have a job, you can go buy your own makeup, and I support you doing that. Do not smash my lipsticks.
Not mess up my stuff.
Yeah, she was like, I'm very supportive of you, but like, or I would just like steal her stuff all the time. She'd be like, where's my mascara? And I'd be like, I don't know.
Oh,
and
no.
she's like, I literally see it like running down your face because you put on like way too much. And it's like, she's like, I see it on you. Like, you're literally wearing it.
No, I'm not.
Let's be honest. These palettes
No, I'm not.
are investments. You have to save to get these. A younger me would dream to have this. You have to be creative. I agree.
I actually think that a lot about the beauty industry. I think there was a moment where a lot of people would use what they had, and then all of a sudden people seemed to think that they couldn't use one product in multiple ways. Like if you wanted to have if you only had a red lipstick, that you couldn't also like try and use it as a blusher, and you couldn't also use it as like a touch on like parts of your eyeshadow as well. Like, and I think there became this like fascination with having a certain product for everything. But I think one of the most beautiful things about makeup is literally the creativity. Use what you've got. You don't need to have specific product. You don't need to buy the same color like all the time for different parts. So just play with it. Like it's fine. Like who's judging you? You don't have to tell anyone. If you've got lipstick on your blusher, you don't have to tell anyone. If you want to do it, it's fine.
That's what I liked about
that's what I was
stuff for this palette too. It literally was like on like the website and everything. It's like you can use this here and like try using this for blush, you know, like, which I was like, I love that because it is how like I've been using stuff, but it's really cool to like have a palette that's like designed with that in mind to be like, cool, like you want to have like purple blush, do it, you know?
Someone asked, what is something within the makeup Okay, this one's from Rothy. What is something within the makeup world that you haven't seen done yet that you would like to see done or see more of? When I was like looking at it, I think for me, like even like looking at looks like this and like looking on YouTube, I think people probably already do it, but they don't like put it out there. Like seeing more like fantasy makeup, like seeing more like creative things in regards to like how it works on darker skin, like even like kind of cyber goth looks. And I think people do that, but I just wish it was like slightly amplified more. Or like even I like Black Fae Day was gorgeous to me. I had so much fun on that day, and I really like the idea of people doing like more looks like that all the time. And I think perhaps it's less the fact that people don't do it and more of the fact like it's probably
don't
not
see it.
Like people like you're not seeing it. So being able to see more of that is good, because I want someone that's got a similar kind of complexion or look to me to see how that's going to look like. Yeah, but that's for me. What about you guys?
I forgot the question.
I
think
agree
it's around
with
the same
you.
thing that
You forgot the question.
I've been on TikTok a lot, and I see a lot of black cosplayers on there, and their makeup is just out of this world sometimes. And I'm like, I want to get that far with my makeup on in cosplay. So yeah, I really like seeing that, and I want to see that more, I should say, because I only see it on like really like that presentable on TikTok.
Yeah. And I'd like to see more makeup brands working with Twitch streamers on Twitch.
Oh my god,
that actually does
And marginalized ones.
Yes, the TikTok. I mean, not the TikTokers. I'm still thinking about TikTok. The Twitch streamers that actually do makeup. I would like to see that. Because there's a lot of people that have been.
I'd love to
TikTok.
see it on front page.
Why do I keep seeing TikTok? That has been doing makeup for a long time. So yeah, I would like to see that too, because I have noticed that a lot of the makeup brands are starting to come into this space. So it would make sense for them to work with the people that have been doing either drag or body painting or just giving makeup tutorials. It would make sense for them to work with the people that's been doing it.
Well, Mel,
I feel like too this is a great platform for like. Oh, sorry.
Transition.
There's like.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Mel is a transition like consultant for like brands into like the Twitch sphere, if that's a word. Like being able to do that, because I think I agree, as we've seen, like a lot of people are seeing that like the people on Twitch are a mix of everyone, and they're kind of seeing, oh, like there's a lot of value. Like we're doing our makeup, we like doing looks often, like you've got cosplayers, you've got body paint artists, and they're seeing that. And I think that there needs to be like a certain sensitivity with understanding you're coming into someone's home, come in with respect, because we've done like a lot of things to kind of make the space, it's not perfect, but we try to make our spaces what we can for us to be comfortable. And people coming in and then not seeing the people that put in work is kind of like insulting. So yeah, I think we need to kind of guard that, and that's for anyone like kind of seeing like what Twitch is like, seeing how viable, because we spend monies, then we spend the big monies, and they're seeing this and they're like,
I just think it's such a good opportunity, because for instance, like you can directly link, we can like directly link the Norvina website today. We can have commands going through, like I can physically answer questions like here and now. It's so different to a pre-recorded video because it's live. I can answer your question right now. I can show you, I can demo a product right now. And that's, to me, is one of the big things, like when on my stream is I love demoing products. I love demonstrating techniques immediately. If someone asks me it, I'm going to try and show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. So then you have more of an understanding instead of waiting like fingers crossed and waiting 3 weeks for someone to come out with a video, hopefully covering what you want. I just think that the Twitch world, it's odd to me that brands don't seem to recognize it. And I think part of it is that a lot of people do assume that most of it is still just gaming. But I mean, you can get gamers that still do a lot of like incredible full beat makeup as well. Like, and that, so why wouldn't you? And especially you can physically see how long the makeup's lasting. Like, if you're a brand, you're confident in your product, you know that product's not going to melt off somebody's face after 2 hours of streaming. You absolutely should be working with Twitch streamers. They can show you a product live. They can talk about it, direct links to what's going on. They can play trailers. They can show like videos live. There's so many opportunities for them to do that, as well as, and that's also like, it goes for people who are in the gaming world, as well as people like myself who just solely do makeup streams. There's so much opportunity, and I do think it's they are definitely missing out, and they really should take advantage of it.
Okay, what made you fall in love with makeup or gaming, and what do you bring to both? Come on, Tinder questions. that is by Sailor something.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna give that to all of you all.
Wait, who asked that question?
Sailor something.
That's my sister.
I
love it. Sister. My sister doesn't use Twitch, so that's awesome. Wow, I can't answer that question.
Nice.
That's heavy.
That's
heavy.
I love
that. I don't know. Gaming is just like a huge part of my life, and I feel like for all of us, and the creativity that's within gaming is easily transferable to makeup. We see so many different worlds and spaces. Like, it's amazing. It's hard not to be inspired. Like, that's how I feel. How do y'all feel?
Well, for me, gaming has been a part of my life since I was a kid. And I don't think I really got like super into makeup until maybe when I was in college, which was about 2009. Graduated in 2011. But I think after that, I start like really getting into like highlighting, contouring, eyeshadow, and all the other stuff. And I think with gaming, I kind of feel inspired by doing looks that will match up with like a game, or you may do one that matches up with like an anime or something like that. So for me, it helps me show my creative side, which is the same thing with me with like wigs. So like I custom colored this wig, so I may want to do a look. I did do a look to go with this wig. So that's what makeup is with me, and how it interacts with gaming for me.
I got into it because I remember it was actually anger fueled. So I had an art teacher and she confiscated I'm just an angry person inside. And she confiscated this girl's eyeliner, and it was an art teacher, and she specifically shouted at this girl, she was called Hannah, and said, women only wear makeup to make themselves look younger, so why should you be wearing it? And I remember like 13-year-old me was furious. I was like, oh my god, this Hannah girl, absolute queen, pulled out another eyeliner from a different pocket, carried on. But regardless,
yes,
I was so angry that she thought that I went home and I just started drawing all over my face with makeup, and I was like, I can use this to like turn myself into anything, and that's kind of started a very long journey. And so I just always thought, like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, no, you can use makeup and you can become whatever you want. It is an art form, and you should know that as an art teacher. And I decided I hated her. And so in spite, I would go home and I would draw all over my face with makeup. And I've always been a gamer. So for me, because the idea that you can like become anything, and I always love, as like Quinn said, like, it's so inspiring, like the creativity behind games, going into other worlds. I just feel like it's so natural to bring those two together, and a lot of people can do it through like cosplay. And like obviously with cosplay, one of the main things is like sometimes they have crazy makeup, like we've seen in like Cyberpunk, and so we can take inspiration from that. And I just think like it's so natural to tie them both together. That's how I personally got into it, and I hope that more people do, because I hope that a lot of people do see the benefit of the self-expression regarding makeup. And there's no one reason to wear makeup. If you want to wear it, then wear it, and that's enough of a reason. You don't have to justify it to anyone. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Preach. So I love this, but I'm especially in love with the fact that this was born out of hate in your heart.
I'm petty
That's
at
her
heart.
villain origin story.
What are some tips that totally changed how you did makeup for the better? Drink. No.
Brush pressure. I think one of the main things for me was learning that the pressure of your brush makes a massive difference. So I used to blend by literally like forcing the brush like and just keep going. But really, if you're going to be doing some kind of blending, you want to also like be really gentle, and like the pressure of your brush will also affect the blend of your eyeshadow. So if you want it to be very, very soft, you use the end. And a good tip to practice doing that is to hold your brush by the absolute end of the brush here, and so you can kind of keep holding it there, and then really gently blend in small circles. Like don't try and, you know, have an earthquake on your eyelid because you think that's going to help blend. It's not. Just be a bit patient, be a bit be a lot more gentle, and don't put too much pressure on the brush, because if you put too much pressure on the brush as well, it's likely going to skip, and then you will be like, oh, I don't know what happened, everything's broken. But really, a lot of the time it can be fixed with brush pressure. So don't press too hard. As well as if you're going to be doing it on a client, my God, don't do that. Don't go in and like try and like brush into their eye. You know, you would want someone to be gentle on your eye, so you also do the same thing. Just be really gentle. Take your time with the blending, and it will come out a lot better than if you just sit there and try and like jab them in the eye through an eyelid. You know what I mean?
I can't.
It's like
I would say like tiny circles instead of trying to pull it, because I think there's a lot of like when people blend, they're like, it's not blending, it's just smearing around, but you have to kind of do like tiny circles. I feel like it's like touch, 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 like that kind of motion, but really concentrated is going to give you like much better blending, and do it like super light.
So, like I said earlier, my process is to do my eyebrows and my eyes first. And I didn't used to do that, and I would get a lot of fallout. So that's the reason why I do my eyebrows and my eyes first. And when I do my eyebrows, I usually bring my concealer down to my eyelid and use primer. And then if I need more primer, then I'll just add another eyeshadow primer on top of that. And that just keeps me from having fallout in my foundation, because I'll have like,
I know what you're saying, it's like
under my eyes.
But your bottom eyelash, I'm obsessed.
I'm about to cut.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
It feels like it's super long. Does it not look long to you guys?
No, it looks so good. You're giving me anime realness.
So stunning.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
You were like talking, and I was like, I've come out of this conversation, and I'm now looking at your eyes.
I heard you gasp, and I thought it was
right.
I thought it was at what I was saying. Yeah, I have to cut this. It's super long.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, this is my first time using these, and I like it. I just have to not stare at it too long, because I can see where it starts, so it's making me feel like I have a track under my eye. I mean, I do have a track under my eye, but still.
So this is going to be fun. So this line that I've made, because we're trying to do like futuristic, I thought I would go for this. I thought it was going to be black, but again, it never goes how to go. So I'm going to use the purple glitter that they've got to put down the middle of the line that I've made. Oh my God, it's so sexy. I'm literally like, oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Stunning.
It's stunning.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, the lower lash thing definitely accentuates your eye. I wish I had long eyelashes naturally. I usually do eyebrows, eyeshadow, foundation. Well, primer, eyebrows, eyeshadow, foundation, highlight, contour, blush, highlighter, And what is the last thing? Lashes and then lipstick.
I usually go concealer, foundation, then powder, then contour. Then I'll go brows, and then eyeshadow, and then blusher, and then lipstick.
No, do you see me? Do you see me on your screen?
Literally.
Stunning.
If you can't compliment yourself when you're doing your makeup, put more makeup on.
Quinn, hello.
I'm really proud. Can you hear me?
You look awesome. You're really proud of how you look. You should be. You should be.
I'm very proud. Yeah. I don't know. I
You
feel
should
like
be.
future.
You look
I look
amazing.
like I feel like cyberpunk. Oh.
Yes, that's exactly. This is exactly it.
I like that hair.
Thank
Yes,
you.
everything
it's like
is
this
giving me
purple wig I
everything.
got off of Amazon, and then as it got
Hey.
more and more chaotic, I just kept cutting it shorter and shorter.
I think that's
And
like
yeah,
the one I
I
had
like that
I like that
yesterday.
color.
Fire. I'm obsessed with this.
Oh, I feel like wow, I did it. Ah! Okay.
I love the way that you're looking at yourself and you're like, yes.
I'm so shocked. I wouldn't have been able
Again,
to do
if
it
you
if
can't,
it
like,
wasn't for
compliment
y'all and all
yourself.
your tips.
Mhm.
Y'all gave me so many amazing like makeup tips and stuff.
This is what they sent. Hold on. Look.
Yes.
It's me.
Gorgeous. Gorgina.
Gina, I love that. So I new favorite.
Regina.
Gorgina.
Like Regina George's name just mashed into one name.
Gorgina. Oh my god, look at this cheek. This is B1.
Wait, what did you use? The highlighter?
B1! Ah! No, it's the B1 from the Norvina palette.
I'm yelling,
Oh my
I'm
god,
yelling
that
at
looks
the way you're
amazing.
yelling at me.
Ah!
I feel like all
Yes,
my
that
liquids
looks
are
amazing.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
that's Phil.
screaming.
Wow. You should
I'm
just put it
yelling at
everywhere.
the way I'm being yelled
Don't
at.
stop.
B1! B1!
B1! B1!
Do you not
Oh,
It's like
wow.
we're playing
understand?
Battleship
B1.
or something.
I feel like we're playing battleships. You won.
Yeah. B1, literally. Oh my god, this is me playing bingo too, drag bingo. We're like, B1!
B1!
No, now I'm gonna go over. Also, this setting spray smells so good.
Oh my god! So the glitter adhesive smells so yummy, and I was like, "Do not drink."
We all eat our
glue.
makeup.
I think a lot of people feel a lot of
You know
pressure
how to do
that
that.
when they start something, it's got to look like the reference photo. It's got to look like somebody else. And no, because I also think there's a lot of pressure to post what you've done on the internet. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. And if you do,
No.
if you really want to post it for your own journey, absolutely just post it on your own journey. But you can make it private if you wanted to. You don't have to have this natural talent for everything, because that's literally how you get better at something, by practice. I see a lot of people like, oh, I wish I was as good. Like, you can be. It's just, you got to put in the time. You got to put in the practice. And I can give you, I can give you all the tips in the world. You got to sit there and put those tips into practice. Otherwise, that's it. You only know the theory, but the actual practical is something else. It's okay to start off and be bad at something. That's literally what a beginner is. And one of my favorite things is, like, you need to stop seeing yourself, when you try something new, you need to really stop seeing yourself as like, oh, I'm terrible. You need to rewire your head to be like, oh, I'm a beginner.
Okay,
Nah.
yeah.
Will make a really
That's what I
big
tell
difference
people
for you.
with skating, because they're like, I'm scared I'm gonna fall, and I'm like, that's a part of the process. You're gonna fall. That's how you learn.
That's
Cassie.
true. She's still looking at me. Okay, alright. That's literally why I'm afraid to get one. It's because people are like, okay, so Yes, you can crack your head open, but it's fine because it's. I'm like, hello, I can do what?
Well, that's why they have helmets. You have a helmet.
I know.
Get a helmet.
But I just want to look like the mysterious, like Afro beauty queen that's like there, and like people are like, oh my god, how's she skating and like spinning, and then like gold sun rays come from my like hair and just like, you know how you look in your pictures and you're just there, and I'm like, okay, so how does she look like she's in a Most Def music video? And when I do it, I look like I'm in like early learning center and just wobbling around.
I feel like I need something right here to balance this, but I don't know what shape to do.
I love what you've done on that. Can you do it like really so it's reflected on the other side, so it looks like there's a mirror on the other
I just
side?
don't know.
Yes, lower there. Are you afraid of touching it? Touch it. Do it. You can do it.
No. I just don't know what shape I want to do. Because if I do a straight line like this, it's not going to look that way because I have curves there.
When I didn't know much about makeup and I didn't know how to set things, I saw my friend in a phone shop, and he like called me. He was working there, and I hugged him. I'm quite short, and he was quite tall, so he didn't see that I'd left half of my face on his, just my brown foundation all over his belly. So I just carried on and went on about my way, and after that I was always self-conscious about like rubbing up on someone that has like a white shirt. The way I ducked out of Kingston, and I was like, okay, cool, I can never talk to him again. But I was hoping, because it was like he didn't notice it, that like he would think someone else did it, but then also he would have had my Face ID implanted on his face, so that's the thing.
He's like, oh, that's Cassie, I see all the details.
Oh, this has a lisp. It must be Cassie.
Look, these lips are...
Yes.
Oh my god, your mouth looks like it's
chrome.
Me.
Oh
I did the purple. Okay, I did the E3.
You're giving me.
I did E3, and then D2, and then B1 right in the center.
I'm not gonna lie, that's giving me
that looks really good.
Look amazing.
B1.
You don't get started on B1 again, because we're just gonna hear B1.
I'm only talking about.
Do you like B1?
If this was a video game, Lucille would be the bartender.
You have like with a little side business. You want a room?
A dollar makes me holler, sweetheart. A dollar makes me holler.
One of the things that I've always thought was like, oh my god, it's really obvious that I've got oily skin. And one of the things from a professional makeup artist told me was people with oily skin tend to over mattify, and then their face just looks weird because it's too matted. And then another thing was, I was running late once to an event, and so I was like running across London, and when I got there I was like, oh my god, I'm so oily and sweaty. Everyone told me they couldn't believe how amazingly dewy my skin looked, and I was like, thanks, it's sweat. But we definitely see it differently. So a little bit of shine is definitely okay, so embrace it and be like, yes, it's dewy. Sweat, dewy.
Yep.
So don't overthink the oily skin.
So what's everyone's final verdict on Volume 5?
Stunning. My whole face is basically...
Yeah.
B1.
So
unbelievable.
B1.
Amazing.
For B1.
B1, iconic.
It's really nice how they can blend so well together as well. And as Lucille said, it's really amazing how versatile the palette is, because you can use it across like so many parts of your face. What I did to create the white liner here was I just sprayed out a little bit of the setting spray, and I mixed it in with the white from Norvina Volume 5, A1, and I just drew straight on my face, and that's how I managed to get the white liner out. It's really, really pigmented. And so it's not like
that's a good idea.
It's really, really versatile, and I'm
that's all
is she gonna come out with some more? Because I quite like quite like these.
Okay, all right, let's finish up. So is everyone done and complete?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
Yes.
very
Awesome.
happy, and I am very excited about the Norvina Volume 5 palette. I think it might be my new staple.
Hey, that makes me
Yeah,
happy.
it's awesome.
Okay,
Let me see if I can.
I can't wait for the pictures to be released to the world. They are so amazing, and I definitely would not have been able to do this without them. So I'm really thankful for you all for joining me and allowing me to be able to do this. So thank you so much. Yes, and so check out if you want to see more
Great.
about
Thanks
the
for
palette.
having us.
Thank you. You'll be able.
Thank you
to
so
see it.
much for having us.
Yeah.
I'm currently
And have-
actually running a charity campaign. If anybody is
Lovely.
interested, it's a global charity collaboration for artists to create a violet version of Venom, and the hashtag is Paint Venom Violet. I always do this every year for a cancer charity, and so this year I've chosen Stand Up to Cancer UK. And so you can just donate, or you are more than welcome to join in with a collaboration. And a lot of makeup artists and body painters do join in, but it's open to all artists. Just create a violet version of Venom and submit it to me, and then I do a big collage at the end with a lot of people who have raised money with their artwork, and it's just like a nice way to raise money together. So that's what I've currently actually got on at the moment, and you've got until the end of June, but I'm going to extend the deadline for more art submissions. So more than welcome to join in on my charity campaign that I'm also doing. Aside from that, you can find me at mcroft07 everywhere, where I'm just shouting at people to follow me on Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram at mcroft07.
This look brought to you by B1. No, hello. Ooh. Okay. Now I can talk about myself now that I look good. My name is Lucille XOXO. I am a drag performer here on Twitch and in person as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/LucilleXOXO, or you can find me on all other social media at LucilleXOXO. Yeah, follow me on Twitter for spicy hot takes and lots of receipts. No, just kidding. Also a lot of memes. Yeah, come hang out with me there. I don't have anything else to say. Get B1 today.
B1 only. And can we get Quinn next, please?
Hey, yeah, my name is Quinn, Control Quinn. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Control Quinn. My entire face is a chaotic of everything Norvina today, and thank you so much for being here. Looking at my makeup, oh my gosh, I see myself zoomed in. I'm like, yeah, okay, it looks good.
Looks so good.
But yeah, Control Quinn everywhere. Thank you.
Oh, it's me now. I'm big. Oh,
Betty!
wow. I'm on the spot.
Oh
I'm so
my
nervous.
god, that zoom!
Oh.
No,
I'm
it looks
Betty
so
Nix.
good.
I know.
Thank you. I'm Betty Nix on everything: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I mean, besides this, I don't have much going on right now. I'm just trying to push everyone to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube, because I'm just trying to put out great content, you know, and I want to collab with more people. So I'm pretty very happy that Cassie invited me to do this with everyone else. And this is my first time working with everyone to this capacity. And I'm so happy to be able to work with you all and to be here with you all. This is a good time and everyone looks great.
Thank you everyone for being here. I'm trying not to get emotional just because this is something so surreal, but also really beautiful because it was so fun. And I never thought I would do something as just amazing as this. And I think it came at a good time when there's a lot of negativity that's come around with how people have approached kind of creators and the spaces that we're in. And I think it's quite hard to put a lot of work into the craft that you do and not get recognized for it. And I feel that I just really admire everyone that's there, and also the people that came in, and also the people that advocate for us all the time and speak our name in rooms. And yeah, just anyone that's like a champion for change. So thank you for being here, everyone. And yeah, please check out everyone here. And yeah, slide in my DMs if you're Idris Elba. I don't know if you're going to see this, but I've been trying to get through to you for a while. If you want to holler at me, you know where I am. Okay, thank you. Bye. I had to read it.
I'm shutting it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
And I mean, bye everyone. Oh yeah, check out this and go check out the creators so you can see how to get this. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys.